Religion plays a big role in Black Myth Wukong. Buddhism and Taoism are two major religions in China and they are everywhere in the game. In this video, I'd like to briefly discuss the history of Chinese Buddhism. 1. The origin of Buddhism in China. Buddhism is thought to have arrived in China around 67 CE. Legend says the Emperor Ming of Han dreamed of a golden figure with radiant halo and saw it as a divine sign. He sent onwards westward to obtain Buddhist scriptures, and on their journey, they encountered two Indian monks who were invited to China. These monks were housed in White Horse Temple, China's first Buddhist temple, built in 68 CE in Luoyang, Henan province, which is considered the birthplace of Chinese Buddhism. With the emperor's support, more monks arrived from India, bringing scriptures and teachings that spread Buddhism across China. 2. The development of Chinese Buddhism. Initially, Buddhism in China was Theravada, but over time it evolved into Mahayana Buddhism, which became the dominant form in China. Mahayana Buddhism emphasized strict moral discipline, meditation, and compassion, urging practitioners to spread Dharma to others. Buddhism's development in China can be divided into 4 stages: introduction, development, peak, and decline. Introduction period. During this time, Buddhism scriptures were translated into Chinese, and Buddhism began spreading among the elite with the emperor's support. However, it wasn't yet mainstream, and there was no unified thought between Theravada and Mahayana Buddhism. Development period. This was Buddhism's fastest growing period in China. Chinese-born Buddhists better able to adapt Buddhism to local culture. Buddhism became more accessible to the general public, not just the ruling class. Temples were built, debates held, and Buddhism became more relatable to the masses. By 499 CE, there were over 6,000 temples in China, and famous Buddhist grottos like Dunhuang, Longmen, and Yungang were created. However, rapid growth led to issue. Too many people become monks, reducing the labor force, and the wealth accumulated by the temples led to a couple of crackdowns on Buddhism. Peak period. This was Buddhism's golden age in China. Emperors not only followed Buddhism, but also made it the state religion. The peaceful era helped Buddhism spread. Teachings on reincarnation encouraged good deeds, and combined with Confucian ethics, Buddhism became a valuable tool for maintaining social order. This period saw the rise of 8 major schools of Chinese Buddhism, blending traditional Indian teachings with Chinese cultural elements. Decline period. Buddhism began to decline in China after 907 CE. Large-scale crackdowns on monks and temples happened again, as resources were needed during wartime, and Buddhism, being wealthy yet powerless, became a target, except for the Chan school, which survived by aligning more closely with the ruling class's interests. Buddhism had to merge with Confucianism and Taoism, which is why modern Chinese temples often house deities from all 3 traditions. 3. Conclusion. This episode gave you a quick look at the history of Buddhism in China. As you can see, Buddhism's development was a process of integrating with Chinese culture and politics, creating a unique path different from Buddhism in other countries.